You're locked in with Hot Streak Picks, your home for turning sharp predictions into unstoppable winning streaks. I'm Coach Bob, and it's time to break down my bold AFC South predictions. Buckle up, we're kicking this season off strong. Let's start at the top with the Houston Texans, because right now I've got them finishing 9-8 and taking the division. Now, 9 wins may not sound flashy compared to other contenders around the league, but in the AFC South, sometimes all it takes is staying consistent and avoiding those back-breaking losing streaks. And for Houston, everything starts with C.J. Stroud. This kid has shown poise well beyond his years. He's not rattled by pressure. He doesn't force throws like you'd expect from a young quarterback, and he's learning how to win close games. Stroud has grown into the leader of this team, and that leadership shows in how calm and confident the Texans look in the fourth quarter. Add in DeMeco Ryans setting the tone as a head coach, and you've got a team that plays disciplined football. Their defense is young, fast, and opportunistic. They'll give up some big plays here and there, but they always seem to bounce back with turnovers and sacks at the right moment. Houston's not a powerhouse just yet, but 9 wins is enough to carry the division, and they've got the foundation of a team that could own the South for years to come. Now let's move to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who I've got finishing 7-10. Jacksonville is a team that keeps teasing you with potential but hasn't been able to consistently put it all together. Trevor Lawrence has all the tools. You watch him some Sundays, and he looks like he belongs in the top-tier quarterback conversation. But then you watch him the next week, and he'll miss reads, force throws, or look out of rhythm with his receivers. That inconsistency is what drags the Jaguars down. They've got offensive weapons, they've got a defense with athletes, but they don't seem to handle adversity well. One week, they'll upset a playoff contender, and the next week they'll drop a game to a team they should dominate. That's the sign of a squad that hasn't matured yet. I do think Lawrence will have a couple of games this season that remind people why he was the number one pick, but until he becomes steady from week to week, Jacksonville's stuck in that 7-win neighborhood. They'll be competitive, and they'll play spoiler late in the year, but they're not ready to challenge Houston at the top. Sliding over to the Indianapolis Colts, and I've also got them at 7-10. The Colts are one of those teams that can't quite seem to figure out who they are. Jonathan Taylor is still one of the best pure runners in football when he's healthy, and the offensive line has improved, but quarterback play remains the issue. Until Indy finds a steady, reliable passing game, they're going to be limited. Their defense is gritty, it plays hard, and it will keep games close. But there's only so much you can ask when your offense can't consistently put up 24 or 27 points. The Colts will win some games with defense and ball control, but against the elite quarterbacks and more explosive offenses, they'll struggle to keep up. They're in that same tier as Jacksonville, good enough to make life tough on opponents, but not polished enough to make a real playoff run. Colts fans should view 2025 as another year of development, a step toward becoming competitive again, rather than expecting to see a finished product. And finally, let's talk about the Tennessee Titans, who I've got bringing up the rear at 2-15. Titans fans, I know that record stings, but the truth is this is a rebuilding year, plain and simple. They drafted Cam Ward with the hopes that he'll be their quarterback of the future, and I think he's got talent. But when you throw a rookie into the fire without a strong supporting cast, it's going to be rough. Ward will have moments where you see the flashes. He'll make a big throw or a big run that gets fans excited. But overall, it's going to be a season filled with growing pains. The offensive line struggles in protection. The run game isn't what it used to be without Derrick Henry in his prime, and the defense spends too much time on the field. It's not going to be pretty, but sometimes you've got to take your lumps before you climb back up the mountain. The silver lining is that Tennessee will have a chance to continue building through the draft. And if Ward develops the way they hope, this painful season could be the start of a turnaround. So here's how I see the AFC South shaking out. Houston Texans on top at 9-8, Jacksonville Jaguars and Indianapolis Colts both finishing at 7-10, and the Tennessee Titans struggling through a 2-15 campaign. It may not be the most glamorous division in football this year, but there are plenty of storylines to follow. Can Stroud continue to evolve into a franchise quarterback? Can Trevor Lawrence finally find consistency? Can the Colts solve their quarterback puzzle? And how quickly can the Titans rookie QB grow up in the fire of the NFL? For now, this division belongs to Houston, and the rest of the group is just trying to figure out who they are. The Texans may not dominate outside the division, but within it, they've built enough balance and confidence to hold the crown. For more free NFL picks, office pool selections, survivor pool picks, and a whole lot more, head over to hotstreakpicks.com. Stay hungry, keep stacking wins, and let's keep turning predictions into paydays. This is Coach Bob signing off.